From awesome interviews to rad reviews, it's Hello Friends, an unofficial Yo Gabba Gabba podcast.
These intros don't get any easier the more I do them. Hello, friends, and welcome back to Hello Friends, the unofficial Yo Gabba Gabba podcast. Hey, Comet, Perry.
Hello.
Hey guys, I'm Perry.
Y'all ready to do another interview?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Well,
Guys, our friend Glitch will be here with us today, but he's gone. I don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
I couldn't find him.
And maybe tomorrow.
Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So today's guest is a writer and improv artist who most notably is known for a Black Lady sketch show, but for our purposes today, she is the writer of the episode Me in Yo Gabba Gabba Land. Please welcome to our pitiful show, Alrinthea Carter. Hello, Alrinthea.
Hi.
Hello.
Or should I say hello, friends?
Either one is good.
Yeah.
I think the Hello Friend suits the podcast more.
Oh, there you go. Branding. Always be branding.
Yeah, always. We always gotta stick to the brand.
I never even considered us a brand.
Me neither, but yay, you gotta go with the flow.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
Just like how in the episode Water they sing that.
Yeah.
I should stop making references, but you know. So, Zach, is it time for me to ask my super famous, awesome question?
I believe it is.
That's perfect. We do this every interview, by the way. So, I would
Okay.
like to know, what is your favorite cereal?
Oh, that's such a good question. Okay, so I kind of rotate between like an Apple Jacks and honeycombs.
I love Apple Jacks.
That is
Yeah.
And okay, well, they're both really good cereals. The milk with the honeycombs is just absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't compare.
Yeah, it's like
Anything that affects the milk in a positive way, you know, is always good.
that's why I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
One person we had, they said they like life cereal, but like soggy.
Ooh,
Dare I
that was Aaron Watney. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had life cereal.
I had it like a few times at my grandma's, and it wasn't that good.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't that good.
Okay, then I won't miss it.
It's like one of my regulars.
It's all right.
All right. Just in general, how did you start working at Yo Gabba Gabba in terms of like writing for episodes and stuff?
Yeah, so I had just finished working on a Black Lady sketch show, and they sought me out, and you know, I guess they got a sense of how silly I am, and they wanted to know if I could bring that silliness on the show. And we connected over our love of just, you know, silly characters, the Muppet, Sesame Street, all of those different things. Anything with like lots of colors that's probably confusing for adults but joyful for kids. It's been my thing, and I think that's what they were attracted to. And also I taught preschool for a little bit, and so 1 to 3-year-olds are, you know, they're my favorite age.
That's awesome.
That's
That is
fascinating.
awesome.
I've
didn't
never
know.
seen a Black Lady sketch show, but now I'm interested.
Well, you got
It's
to.
I should.
It's on
go
HBO
watch
Max, turn back to HBO Max.
it.
We just call it, you know, in my house, we just call it HBO.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a lot easier. I should watch it. It sounds fun.
If something ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. They should change it back.
Yeah.
HBO execs, if you watch this, which you probably won't, you guys should change it back. I think
I'm
they are
sure they're
changing it back, actually.
So our first question was actually like, how did you get started in general? Then how did you get started on Gabba? But it's fine. We'll just switch it to how did you get started in general in like writing and sketch comedy?
Yeah, so TV writing has been a big career change for me in the last 3 years. I actually transitioned to working for TV from a career in working in higher education. So I was an advisor at a university in South Carolina for a long time, and decided that I wanted to learn more about screenwriting. Quarantine was happening, so we couldn't do anything outside the house. And I'm an improviser usually. And when all the stages closed, I had to figure out what normal people do with their nights and weekends. And so, like a true nerd, I decided to treat it like going back to grad school and took every screenwriting class that I could over quarantine and submitted to a Black Lady Sketch Show on recommendation from a friend. Didn't think I was going to get it, but I got it. And here we are. So my life changed in like 48 hours.
That's awesome. I love stories like that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I love hearing stuff like that because what you can do in 48 hours is really amazing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it kind of like, in this industry, things move fast when they start to move. And so I, submitted on a Tuesday and got the job on a Friday to start the next Monday. And so sometimes you can move really quick. Sometimes you're hurrying to wait, but it teaches you to be ready at all times, in this industry.
I will just say, like one of the first things you said, like colorful things and like adults not getting it and stuff. That I feel like that needs to be changed because like growing up, I have no plans to like drop some of the stuff. Like Gabba is pretty much like my soul. I absolutely love Muppets and Sesame and Fraggle, all that Henson stuff. Like I saw your story the other day. It was like I would write Muppet Clue.
I would.
I would watch Muppet Clue.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
That would be a good movie. But yeah, I think we know a little bit about what you said was, hold on, I gotta remember. What you said was the waiting, always being ready. I think we know a little bit about that from the interview and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
It's why I had to like space out our episodes in the past couple months.
It happens.
It takes a long time.
Yeah.
But I feel like
about having your own podcast is you can do it when you right.
Yeah. So can you guide us through the writing process of Gabba? Is there like a writer's room where people get to collaborate, or is it just like, here, you can use this script and then you can send it back to the executive?
Right. Yeah. So every show that you watch has a writer's room, especially if it's scripted. But for Gabba, basically what we did is we talked about, things that we feel that kids want to learn or need to learn, and recent kids, right? So the world has changed so much since Gabba was last on. And so, we want to kind of upgrade the stories, but still keep the heart and soul that Gabba's known about. So basically we talk about, things that are important for young people. So for me, for my episode in particular, self-esteem is big and recognizing the best parts of yourself. For me, when I grew up in the 80s and 90s, a lot of times, especially being a girl, a lot of times, celebrating your favorite parts of yourself can be seen as conceit or you're bragging, but it's you and it's important. And everybody is important as they are right now. And so we start with those big ideas of everyone has something about themselves that they can celebrate. And we distill it down to a form where we are meeting kids where they are. We're not talking down to them. We're not talking down to adults that may be watching or fans or anyone else, but we dive down to the heart of the matter, and what matters to everyone is they want to be received in a good way, and they want to be able to love themselves, however, whatever their self is, and so we take that and break it down for young minds and young hearts.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that. I also want to mention that in the episode, I just love that song, "Dancing with My Feelings," the one that Broby sings. I just love that song.
Yeah.
I used to bother him about it. I used to bother Zach so much about that song.
Well, and shout out to our songwriters. Our songwriters are amazing. We work really closely with them as we're writing the story. We're thinking of what do we want the songs to sound like? What do we want the songs to talk about? And we give those ideas to our songwriting team, and they run with it, and they create these amazing bangers.
Yeah.
If they're still listening to, right? And you know, even now, people still remember "Don't Bite Your Friends," and there's a reason for that. You know, it's not even really about like "Don't bite your friends," even though we shouldn't bite our friends. It's because the songs are actually really, really good, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why we have adults loving it. That's why we have Gabba at Coachella, because those songs are amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
Like
that
her-
they put out
yeah.
more albums.
Yeah.
True.
I was gonna say I
Yeah.
don't even mind that used to bother me with that. That song is just
Yeah,
it's the highlight of the entire episode for me.
I agree. Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
I also love the mirrors, the like little mirror forest.
Yeah. I think
Yes,
that was
I
really
was
nice
so
part of it.
excited about the Glimmer Woods. So we created the Glimmer Woods specifically for this episode because we want to show, you know, more parts of Gabaland. You know, we're used to seeing Gabba Corners, but we want to see more about, you know, we want to teach kids that it's really fun to explore the world that you're already in while giving you a peek into what the Gabba friends are up to in their particular world. So, you know, going through the Glimmer Woods, who doesn't like a shiny tree full of mirrors?
Exactly.
It's a product of my imagination, you know, so we were encouraged to, you know, create worlds and lands and regions of Gabaland that were fun, that, you know, people would love, people would identify with, and they're fun to explore. And so for me, I love a good shiny tree. And so that tree became a tree of mirrors.
I love that.
Right.
I think we should get to see like a little more of Gabaland actually,
Yeah.
because I like the Glimmer Woods. I like that part of Toodee Land where it's a river and it just spans like all the way across Gabaland.
And also the beach as well in Italy.
Yeah, the beach
Yeah.
Yeah.
where the sand goes from purple to
Yeah.
purple beige.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we're on the topic of the me episode, I would like to know if there's like a favorite part that you worked on the episode, whether it be like a line, a song, or just an entire scene in general.
Yeah, I mean, the Glimmer Woods is definitely my favorite. It's the thing I talk about the most. I love the Hug Yourself dance. That's like probably my favorite song that I was involved with was the Hug Yourself dance, and really how it came about is I had the crazy idea of like, what if we made an R&B song, but for kids, like a '90s R&B song for kids, and our songwriters just kind of took that and again ran with it, and we did something really, really fun with that while still kind of driving home the lesson of loving yourself and kind of integrating that with the usual dancey dance magic, you know.
Yeah.
I
songwriters are
had
so
to
good.
check I had to check the songwriting credits beforehand. The Hug Yourself, that was Aaron Watney.
Yes,
Yeah.
amazing.
We interviewed that guy
writer.
like just a little bit ago. Not just a little
Yeah,
bit.
and
It was
the-
like 2 months ago. But we still
Yeah.
that's my point.
And the Dancing with Your Feelings, that was Jaron Gibbs and Scott.
Mm-hmm.
They work together a lot.
Right.
But it's mostly Jared and Adam.
Yeah.
I also have a funny story with Jared. Me and Zach just could not say his name. At first, he started saying Jaron, and I was like, "It's Jared," and then like a week
Yeah, but then
after
you
that-
started
Yeah,
saying it, and I was
started saying Jared. 'Cause you, yeah, I
like,
just
Aaron
could
even
not
said
say
it
that
to
name.
our face, and we still couldn't get it right.
Yeah,
You know, with a name like Alrinthea, I get it.
Yeah, I really had
Yeah.
to make sure I didn't mess that up.
It's
yeah.
okay. There's really no way that you could mess it up that I haven't heard. It builds character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So we had done an episode with Parker Jacobs talking about, you know, all the like half of the episodes of Gabaland, and while we were talking about this one, he kind of mentioned that there were some bits and pieces of the episode that didn't make the final cut just because time constraints and stuff like that. So if you're able to tell, was there something that you wrote like in any of the drafts that didn't make it into the final cut?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm actually not sure. I think everything that I really loved made it in. Yeah. I mean, there's always like adjustment just for timing, just like Parker said. But I think everything that was, essential to the heart of the episode made it into the episode. Shout out to our editing team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those guys. The editing team is awesome. We love you, Comet.
Yeah.
That's our editing team right there.
Yeah.
Just one guy.
Like he also had mentioned that, like, because I assume like the neutral face expression for Broby, that was your idea.
I think we already had that Broby had different smiles. And I feel like this was one that wasn't used a lot, and I could be mistaken, but I don't think it was new. I think it was something that was just not seen a lot. But everyone has that kind of like medium smile, right? So he's just reflecting all of us.
That's his normal face too.
Yeah. And like Parker had mentioned, like there was like the sideways mouth and then also the like donut
the O
shaped
mouth.
I was just about to mention that.
Yeah.
The O mouth makes me laugh because
me
so
too.
funny.
When he first told us about it, my audio would cut out, and I come back and these guys were just laughing. And I didn't know it was so funny.
I think Glitch actually made a photo of it. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I think he did. I'll find it after the episode, and I guess Comet, you could put that on the screen right now.
Yeah,
like right.
And you know what? I just thought of my other favorite thing. I can't believe I forgot. I love when we're with Toodee and we're visiting her family, and there's a joke that I wrote, and I'm so proud of it.
I know.
First of all, we got to give her family their names, but I love when her dad Meaty says he's a short daddy. That was for
that. I love that. Okay.
I am very proud of that line, and I think that's what the fandom is like. Okay, that's hilarious, and I'm like, I wrote that. So
okay, wait. Okay, so I was funny. Okay, I have two things. First, I have a funny story about that. So I was watching it. Zach had hosted a watch party for Gabbaland. Zach and this other guy named Maurice. That's our friend, by the way. Shout out Maurice. And when they said that line, everybody was just laughing. We were supposed to be muted too. I think that's funny.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, my other thing was you said they have names, but Parker Jacobs only told us one, and he told us his dad's name was Foodie. So could you tell us the names of Toodee's family?
So I think we named the dad Needy, and then the mom, I don't know, it might be my old brain. I'm forgetting their names. I know we gave them their names. And maybe because I talked about the short daddy too long, I forgot their names.
Yeah, I guess we'll never know.
Sometimes kids, this could be a lesson for a future episode. Sometimes kids, when you get into your mid 40s, you just start forgetting stuff, and sometimes it's just gone forever.
Yeah.
Hey, either way, the names Foodie and Meeting are hysterical.
Yeah.
I mean, Toodee's parents just looked at their kid and like, let's combine our names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know what? That's what my parents did for me. And so that maybe a little shout out to my parents. But my dad's name is Alexander. My mom's name is Alrinthea. So they combined it to make Alrinthea.
That's cute.
So it's good for Toodee to continue that tradition. My specific family tradition.
I think you're not alone in that regard.
Yeah.
So, I know we can't really talk about this one that much, but can you tell us a little about Yo Gabba Gabbaland Season 2?
You know what? I actually don't know a lot about it either. I do know that it's going to be premiering in January. 10 all new episodes. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but they're going to be amazing. I mean, all the episodes of Gabba are amazing, but these are going to be like super amazing.
Oh,
it's going to be like super music and amazing. So,
yeah, I mean, obviously we're all excited for season 2, and if we're lucky, we'll hopefully get the chance to see another episode that was written by you.
Yeah, you will.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I think it's like you're gonna see, just more stories about all the Gabba friends. I think one of my episodes, gives Plex a lot to turn into do, and it's gonna be great.
I'm excited now.
You have no idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a long 6 months to wait.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be worth the wait.
Yeah, the fact that they're making us wait till January is a heinous crime, but I guess beggars can't be choosers.
At least we're getting it. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
But our friend
happens when it's supposed to happen, so it's supposed to happen in January.
You have no idea how many people you just made happy by saying that. We have so many Plex fans in our server.
Yeah.
Oh, Plex is amazing!
Yeah, well, they love Plex. Shout out to our friend Isaiah, by the way.
Yeah.
He does a really good Plex
for the
impression.
most part, my favorite Gabba friends, they change all the time, but that's just been like a very constant favorite. So I'm Team Plex.
That's a good one. That's a good one. You just made so many of our Plex fan friends happy. You hear that, guys? We got more Plex fans.
All right. I would like to know, what is your personal favorite Gabba song?
Oh, are you thinking like new or old? Like, or
It could be like
any?
Like either the ones that you rate or just like ones that you heard and just really like.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved Erykah Badu's song from the OG series.
Yeah,
that is a
me
good
too.
one.
Me too.
That is
Yeah.
And
this season, I loved Thundercat's song.
Thundercat was amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I think like my favorite just of all time is still the Hug Yourself dance. Probably close second is favorite part of me, but Hug Yourself dance has a very special place in my heart.
Yeah,
I'm doing it right now.
Those are all really good. Go Zach, you got it, buddy. Those are all really good.
I don't know if it made the vinyl. I don't think it did, but still my favorite.
I was really upset when I saw the track list as vinyl because there were no character songs on it. I mean, there were two. They had Yo Gabba Gabba and I Wonder.
Yeah.
One of those was written by Aaron Wani.
Well, that just means you got to watch the show more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I got to keep streaming it so I can hear those songs
It's
again.
a smart strategy, but I mean, we want our Riding in the Sky and Big Idea ingredients song. We want those on Spotify.
Yes.
The ingredient song is like my favorite. Because
it's amazing.
I don't know if I can say this on Hello Friends podcast. If I can't, you can cut it, Zach. But I love that they made Muno's mom a black lady in the show. I love it.
Representation.
Exactly.
We're talking to someone who worked on a Black Lady sketch show. It's fine.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's family. Everyone deserves to see themselves reflected on screen, even if it means that you're a tall, bumpy, red character. If that's you, then it's you, and his parents are you, then it's you too. So, we want to make sure like this is a party that everyone is invited to come to, as long as it's nice and kind. Mean people not allowed. But yeah, for the most part, everyone's invited, and so everyone has a part of it, and everyone should see a part of them in Gabba.
That is, yeah. I love that.
Yeah, speaking of, we know you kind of said it already, it kind of rotates, but like instead of just your favorite character, are there any like characters, it could just be the main five or any background character, are there any that stand out to you?
I actually love Cammy Cam.
We do too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's an incredible performer.
She is amazing. And I love DJ Lance Rock. He was fantastic. I love Biz Marquee. I was a big Miss Biz Marquee. As a kid, I grew up with these again. Like Biz Marquee is like kind of part of my like life soundtrack. But there's something really special about Cammy Cam, and I think that she was able to take a beloved kind of position because people love DJ Lance Rock, and she was able to make it her own and give it kind of her own, her own specific sparkle. And it's a great compliment to the Gabba land and to the Gabba characters, and she fit right in.
Yeah. She took DJ Lance's spot and did it times 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love DJ
Yeah.
Lance Rock. But I have to say, she's incredible.
Yeah, I'm not afraid
She'll be a
to
star.
admit. Yeah, I'm not afraid to admit this. I don't think I've sat through the episode Grow dry-eyed just because her song between like her and Broby, it gets me.
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
I love that episode.
That's what it's for. It's supposed to touch your heart.
And it does.
Yeah. It was so good to see Leslie Hall too.
Yeah. I did not get to meet her, but I want to, and I want her to make me an outfit.
Wish she could style my hair too.
I think everyone deserves a razzle dazzle outfit.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get her to style my hair if I trick her with a hat.
Maybe one day.
Just walk up to her and be like, "Hey, Leslie."
I had to put on my worst Broby impression.
I'm sure she's heard it all. I'm sure she would love it. I'm sure she would love anything that she taught.
Yeah.
So, what's your funniest story working on Yo Gabba Gabba?
Oh, my funniest story. There's been so many. I mean, I think like the people behind Gabba are some of like the funniest people you'll ever meet, the silliest people you'll ever meet, and the kindest people that you'll ever meet. But I think I want to say, there were just so many times where we would just have to stop because we were laughing too hard, just talking about the stories that we wanted to write. But I would say like probably the funniest thing is that we would have Dancey Dance during our writer's room. We would have our own Dancey Dance, and especially after lunch, right? And so we would get up and we would play one of the Gabba songs and we would dance. And it was so much fun. Just a bunch of adults, just dancing around. And I think like that kind of like is a testament to just like the whole message of like, your kid's at heart always. And you have to be ready to have fun and to be able to do anything involving a Dancey Dance at an adult job is fantastic. And actually it kind of led to a funny moment. There was a point when we was working from home, and I was kind of co-working with a friend, and she is kind of a big person in business, right? She's like a VP of something. She's a business lady, right? And we're both having these, calls over Zoom. She finishes her call and she's talking about, RIs and figures and whatever, business talk. And I'm continuing and I'm like, okay, so now we've got the Dancey Dance. We've got, we got to get the mirrors on the trees. And I'm like, this sounds completely unhinged. If you hear someone talking about it just with no context whatsoever, you sound crazy, but it's so much fun.
You're not going to believe this. The band popped out of a mirror.
As we should.
just gotta pop out of a mirror, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm actually very curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious. Were you on set when they were shooting either your episode or any of them?
Yeah, so I was on set when they shot the Mini Sounds one band song with Wolfpack, and that was a blast to watch because they recorded the sounds live, and so for each take, like the band was like giving it their all and doing the song, and we're all having a good time and dancing on set. So it was really fun to be able to kind of watch that and be behind the scenes and see the creative process of like what Gabba does that's special when it comes to presenting music on the show.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Again, another testament to Gerund. I believe he wrote that one. It's such a good song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, you said it right this time, Zach.
I've been saying it right.
I'm proud of you, buddy.
So in terms of like our listed question, that's pretty much it. But if we have anything else we want to say, now's the time to do it.
I'm gonna let you go first, Zach, 'cause I feel like you have a lot to say.
Okay. I mean, from one Muppet nerd to another, let's just say, I think I've said this before on the podcast, but I'm saying it again anyway. Yo Gabba Gabba, would match up perfectly with Fraggle Rock.
I agree.
Yeah, I think you're right. It would match. I think it's probably even closer to Fraggle Rock than it is to Sesame Street. Yeah. For sure.
100%.
And I can see the Gabba friends fit just as nicely into Muppet Treasure Island or the Great Muppet Caper. I mean, we would need a lot more Gabba friends for Muppet Caper, but I could see them kind of rolling around London, solving mysteries and saving Miss Piggy. So yeah, maybe there needs to be a mashup. Maybe that's what I need to write.
I would love a crossover.
I mean, we always keep saying we need a Yo Gabba Gabba movie, and if you're the one to do it, then that would just be awesome.
Well, from your mouth to Christian and Scott's ears, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can tell it to him soon.
Yeah.
You should. I'm trying to think if there's anything else in the Me episode that I missed. Other than just, I really love the puppets in the mirror and like the glowing, like the British Broby that comes out of the mirror.
Yeah. Goodbye, Broby.
Goodbye, Broby.
Did you write that, or was that just Amos Watney just saying, "I'm gonna have some fun"?
I think it was Amos. Yeah. Which is great because all of those guys were with us, writing too. So. And they know the characters better than anyone, so they know exactly what they would say.
That is,
yeah.
There are very few writers' rooms that do that kind of thing. Like, they rarely bring in like voice actors or whoever's playing the characters to do that. I'm glad that that's still happening.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say, and I forgot it, but I feel like more writers' rooms should have dancey dances. I feel like jobs in general should do that.
They should. I mean, especially, and being in a writer's room is a job where you're kind of sitting around a table for 10 hours a day. And so, bodies aren't meant to sit for that long. So Dancey Dance is something that I feel like there's a potential for Dancey Dance in any industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of sitting down, I need to fix my posture. Hold on.
Here's an idea for a song. There you go.
I'm sitting in a wheelie chair right now.
Maybe Plex's Dancey Dance should be doing yoga.
Yeah.
Like robot yoga.
Maybe.
Yoga's in the title, so if you want to just rip that
yoga. Yoga.
And like, he did teach him how to do exercise, so
exercise outside.
Oh, yeah.
Do yoga instead.
So funny.
Yeah. Well, Alrinthea, it has been so much fun getting to talk to you today. Thank you so much for your time and your insights on the new show. We're looking forward to the new season. We can't wait to see what it has in store.
And
thank you so very much.
Maybe, just maybe, when that season comes out, would you like to review it with us?
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
See you in January.
Yeah, count me in.
6 months from now.
6 months. You have to remind me. 6 months.
I'll keep it on my calendar.
All right. That'll do it for another one. I could either insert an outro or we do the thing where we say, what do we want to do?
I don't know, Zach.
You know what?
That sounds really hard.
3, 2, 1.
Yo